get started. It's the sales process. These are our steps that we use. I mean, everybody does them their own way, but these are just the guidelines that we use on how to sell here. So the first thing, it used to be called greet. I think that's silly because I can say hi to somebody and it doesn't do anything for me, doesn't do anything for them, right? What you have to do when a customer comes in is get their attention. When that customer comes in, we should still be in marketing mode, right? Yeah, Tom and his advertising or Carla and her advertising, that they got them in the door, or our reputation got them in the door, or our website got them in the door, right? We got their attention there. We need to regain it once they come in the door, right? What are you looking for? Hi, I'm Ryan. Welcome to Rooms and Rescue. You got to be welcoming. You got to get their attention. You know, yo, I'm over here, right? And you gotta keep doing it until you get it. You know, you don't always get their attention the first time you talk to them, right? Sometimes you get their attention, they walk away. We're gonna look. Well, you should still be in marketing mode at that point. You still haven't got their attention until they sit on something like, that is one of my favorites. I love that one. Oh, we have that in stock. You know, that's like one of the only things in this store we've had for the past 4 months in stock. People look at you funny. Guess what? You got their attention. Now you can move on. You got to find a way to get their attention. And I know I'm bad at it because somebody torques me off. I'm like, forget you. You want my attention now, you got to come get me. I tried to give you my attention. I'm done. You want something? You got to get my attention, right? I'm horrible at that because I just shut down, right? Hey, you see me do that. I talk to the customer and I just follow them around until they land on something. I haven't gone after them like I should. Right? We need to go after them. We need to get their attention because it's still marketing time until we're into the sales process. So, greet them, whatever you want to call it, get their attention. Once you have their attention, what do you have to do? You have to bond with them. What do I mean by bond with them? Chit chat. What's Corey say now? Stole it from Steve Smith. Fear high.
Whoa,
trust low.
Whoa.
Right, so
not low, that'd be different.
Right, yeah, no, low,
yeah,
low. Low. Yeah, so you got to bond with the customer. Find a way to connect with them to bring some of that fear down, even if it's just talking about their room. Oh, so you're working on your living room, huh? Stuff in there all old now, or just doesn't match, or is it from grandma, or what's the deal? Right, just find a way to communicate with them, have a conversation, talk about furniture if nothing else. If you're in a furniture store and it's what they need. Somebody has 5 kids, guess what? I'm going to talk to them about kids. Someone comes in wearing a fishing shirt, I'm going to talk to them about fishing. Nice shoes, whatever. Something to start a conversation just to, oh, I see you have the new iPhone. You like it? I'll start you in a half-hour conversation and make you a best friend in 10 minutes. So find a way to bond with them, bring some of that fear down. When you bring the fear down, it's going to be a little bit easier to communicate later through this process. After that, it's time to qualify. What do you mean by qualify? Basically, it's what's your problem, right? Let's call this a problem. This is where the fun starts. What's your problem? My sofa sucks. Man, that's like gold when somebody tells you something's in their house is broken or something's wrong or they need something new. GBS, right? You should have had GBS. Dog ate your sofa? Oh, that's not covered, but
You're
right, yeah. Where'd you get your last stuff from? Oh, we got it from Ashley.
Okay. You got it from you. By the way, can you look at my phone?
Right. Saves you time. Anyway, you identify what their problem is. That's what qualifying is. Can I solve your problem? Do you qualify for me to solve your problem? Can I help you? That's what qualify is. If you can, guess what the next step is? Solution. What solutions do I have for your problem? Oh, I should mention when we're talking about qualifying, this is where the questions come in. The 7.5 questions, the sketching, that all comes in right here. The solution is you narrow it down. You need a sofa, a chair, and end tables and lamps. You've narrowed down what they need for their room by doing your sketching and asking questions. Now, here's the solutions I have for you. You said you don't need it right away. We can order something. We can get exactly what you want so you can have your HGTV room here it is. And you're trying to figure out which pieces they like the best, tie it to their lifestyle, and that's their solution. Then from solution, it's time to clarify. Okay, so this sofa will do X, Y, and Z for you. It will help you. It will solve your needs or your wants for that room. It gives you that HGTV look, and it's all solved, right? Does that work for you? Does this idea, does this proposal, is this what you're looking for, right? Because sometimes right now, this is where the objections are going to come up. I'm not quite sure. What aren't you sure about? Now it's time when you get into this making a proposal mode, sometimes you have to go back up to the solution, because if you don't ask enough questions during the solution, they come up as objections during the proposal. A lot of times they don't tell you the objection thing. Yeah.
Sometimes I realize I do this in mattresses because I don't get enough feedback on stuff, or I don't wait for it. Furniture, I can kind of read people a little better and steer them.
Yep.
When it comes to mattresses, sometimes I have to remember that I've made the decision now because I'm sick of showing them. Like I've decided, I've narrowed it down.
Yep.
And they're on it, and they're like, well, I guess this one's okay. It's not necessarily that they said this is kick-ass. I did.
Yep.
So sometimes I catch myself on that. And when they're not quite so sure about it, I'm like, wait a minute, did they say that they like this one? Yeah, I'm clarifying it. I'm saying, well, you said you wanted this, so it's this, this, and this, and that's what this is.
Yep.
Anyway, it's enough.
So clarifying. Got to work on that. I mean, we all have our things on here that we're going to be great at, and things we're going to have issues with. But yeah, you got to make that proposal. Does this work? Because you don't want to try and close on something that doesn't work. Because if you go from making a proposal to actually trying to shut the deal down, and they don't really like what you proposed, you will not close it, and you will get no further. Then you're going to have to dig deeper and dig harder with questions. Because those questions became stern, fast objections to not buying. Not objections to the room, but objections to I'm not buying this. I'm not going to pay for that. That's different than, this isn't exactly what I want. If you can get them to say, this isn't exactly what I want before you ask them to buy it, it's a lot easier to change that. But once you get to the close, they're like, well, this is what he's trying to sell me. She's trying to sell me. You can't change that at that point. It's really hard. You're going to ask a lot of hard questions there. It's a lot easier to ask questions during the proposal part about what they don't like or what they want to change or if it's the right thing than it is during the close. But when you get to the close, you're going to run into some objections here, but they're usually different objections. They're not objections to the product. More times than not, they're objections to the cost, the time frame, the store, me. They didn't like me. When I say, is this the right product? Yeah, I call it the 3 Ps. Is this the right product? And I try to get a yes out of these before I even push the close button. And I'm always, is this the right product? You like this? I think in my mind some way to propose that, right? It's called the 4 Ps, the 4 proposal Ps. Is this the right product? All right, this is the store you like. This is, I'm doing a good job. I helped you find what you want, right? This is it. This is the place. We have our own, I talked about the store. We have our own service department. They handle everything if there's a problem. And I say, person, place, people. Yeah, right? I'm the person, or product. So it's product, right place, right price. You like the price? No, nobody does, right? But it's a price that's in your budget, because if you're going to buy furniture somewhere, you're going to spend money. Is this what you were thinking? Then I go for the close. And my main close is, all right, let's go to the counter. We'll get this all typed up. That's my number one close. You want to buy that? Oh, I don't give a chance to say, yeah, I want to buy that. Me, in my mind, I'm assuming I've done all this work. I'm assuming we're buying it. They have to tell me, oh, no. Hold your horses. I'm not ready for that yet. That gives me an opportunity to say, why not? Right? You say, you want to buy that, and they say no, you're kind of in a hard spot. You want to buy that? No. What? It's going to shock you more than, let's go to the counter, we'll get this all typed up. And they say no, then it's easy to say, oh, did I miss something? Right? So, when you go for the close, don't make it harder than it has to be. But this is where, if you, in any book, any article you read about a sales process and sales teams, it's like 80 something percent. I can't remember, it was like 86% of businesses say this is where they need the most help, is getting their sales team to actually close the deal, to get into the close. Yep.
That means they need 3 to 4.
You got it. They're not doing these steps. Because if you don't get to this part, you're skipping somewhere here, right? So this is where they say they need the help when you read the articles, and you nailed it right what I was going to say at the end. They're not getting the rest of it to get to this part to make it effective.
Which is probably what makes them uncomfortable when they ask for this.
Right. And I know, I can't remember what company it was that did a review on stores, actually going in and marking down how many stores they left. But I think it was 8 out of 10, or I can't remember. It was 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 stores that they went to did not ask them to buy before they left. I'm like, oh my gosh, why would you do this work and not ask them to buy it? Not even to say, hey, it's my job to ask you before you go. Are we going to buy this? You know, just something.
Different than the other stores, but people do seem to like the sales process.
Yeah.
Like, you guys weren't too pushy. You gave us our space, but you were there to answer questions.
And that's because you're solving their problem, right? A lot of stores that are going in, I need a new sofa. Oh, I have this one. I have this one. You should buy this one. And eventually the salesperson gets sick of dealing with them, and they start pushing one that they don't want, or a mattress they don't want. And guess what the customer does? Yeah, I'm going to go. Thank you. Appreciate your time. You were great. I'll see you later. You did a good job. You didn't do a good job because they didn't leave with a mattress. Right? They didn't leave with the sofa. When you do a good job, it's when they shake your hand saying thank you and handing your money at the same time. That's when you know you did a good job, because you solved the problem. But salespeople at the other stores, they get sick of them. They say, this is the one you have to get. I have it in stock. Are you stupid? Buy this one. Right? That's what they're doing. And the customer's like, whoa, back off, man. I don't want to be sold anything. I want my problem solved.
I think it comes to a lot of it is this is word I showed them this. I told them the price. I have it in stock.
Yep.
But it's all, kind of like you said, it's all our agenda pushed on them instead of stopping back and say, well, where's the we or where's the them? They chose this. They like the price. They want to buy it.
Exactly. If you look at the sales process not as trying to get their money, but more as giving them the information they need, you sell based on the information you present them, boy, the customer's going to love it. They're going to love it because they're getting the information. That's why they shop online. What do they do online? I need information on this. They're looking for information. And if you present your solution as information to them to make a decision, it doesn't seem like you did anything to them. You were just helpful. But this whole process is a sales process, presenting it as information. And when they get the right information and you present them with the proper solution, you can go, yeah, let's go up to the counter. We'll get this typed in. You don't have to close. You don't have to ask them to buy it. And everybody's a little different in how they process their information. You get some people that are like, give it to me right now. You get some people that take a week to make a decision.
But the true hardcore Minnesotans.
Oh yeah, they take their time.
I have.
Which kind of brings us up
to... Oh yeah, you don't want to get kicked out of Minnesota for making a decision. I said that once. You're like, oh yeah, you want to be a good Minnesotan, go home and have some pie, talk it over, and they're like, yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm like, you don't have any money. Have a nice day.
Well, my grandma needs to see it.
Yeah, my dad and grandma, I gotta go talk to them.
And that kind of brings us to number 7, the follow up and follow through. Right? They're going to leave. Well, get them a quote, get them your card, get their phone number so you can call them, or their email so you can text them, or email them, text, whatever you got to do to follow up with them if they didn't buy. If they're looking at a $99 table, I usually don't mess with that. They'll just come back and buy it if they want it. But if you spend a long time and you've got them a solution for an entire room, help them make the decision. Call them the next day. Don't wait a week. Don't wait a bunch of time. Just call them the next day, because life happens. You call them in 4 days, you're like, oh yeah, I did go to a furniture store, didn't I? Right? You gotta call them the next day while it's still fresh in their mind and say, did you come up with any more questions? I was just reviewing your order and seeing if there was anything else I could do for you. Oh yeah, I think we're ready to buy. You know how many people come in the next day or two to buy something? You don't usually see people come in and then 2 months later they come in and say, oh yeah, I'm ready to buy. No, because something in life happens between when they came in and that 2 months. Now they need a new air freshener for their car, you know. Everything comes. I think when we get to that point with a customer, the thing that usually works for me, well, if you're gonna do it tomorrow, why don't we just do it today? You know, that's usually what I say. You're gonna do it, just do it anyway. And boy, does it work when there's couples. When it's a husband and wife here, and the husband's like, well, I'm gonna need a few days to think about it. And you're like, a few days to think about it? I mean, if you're gonna do it in a few days, why aren't we doing it now? What's the difference? You know, you're gonna do it anyway. And the wife will be like, yeah, we're gonna do it anyway. Just do it. I can't even I couldn't even. It blows my mind how many times it uniquely happens with couples when I say something like that. And the other one's like, yeah, I'm not doing this shit again. Let's just buy it now and get it over with. We're gonna do it anyway. Yeah. Yep. Especially when they're the one that doesn't want to be here to start with because they don't care. Usually only one of the couple wants to be here.
My people with the bed the other day, we were walking downstairs, they're getting some clearance piece. I'm like, don't you want to buy that bed too? The wife just looks all nice and looks over at the husband. He looks over, he's just like, yeah, we better do that. I'm not coming back. Well, she had the little puppy dog look. She's like, I want to do this, but he never said yes. I'm like, I asked for you.
Yep. Yeah, it works. I mean, the first time I tried to use that, it was so uncomfortable. When I said, you're going to do it anyway. I mean, it was such an uncomfortable thing. I just smiled and said it, and boy, it worked. So I've used it ever since. That's the best thing ever, because I got to go home and think about it is like just a detriment to you. Because when they leave, they're going to another store. Not that they're going to get service there or help there, but you gave them all the information. They might just go over there and be sick of shopping and buy the same thing you just spent time showing them. If you're going to do it anyway. It's amazing how that works. But anyway, that's the sales process. So next week we'll probably go into detail with like these two here, the getting attention and bonding. We should make a few good videos to have on YouTube for everybody to watch when they're new. And all your information helps. The experience helps when they watch these. So yep. Cool. Otherwise, that's all I've got.
We're just very.
Good job today, guys. We're gonna sell some stuff.
Whatever.